of Phillips screwdriver. There will be a flat also, flat screwdriver, and different type. Depending upon the type of screws you are unscrewing it, you have to take that type of. This will support both Phillips as well as flat. Okay. So this is your computer. Fine. What is this? Power supply. Let's open it.
You broke.
Wait for breaking. It's already broke by many of the students. This is the advantage of the lab. You're fearless, you can do whatever you want. But if you be disciplined, some other student will benefit.
في ناس ما يرضى يفككون يا ابوي يعورهم شغلتك تفك فيك ها؟
والله فتش انا
بس تسكر اهم شيء.
بس ما سكر سلطان ما سكر
لا والله ما سكر.
انا فتش بعد سلطان طالع طويل العمر فتش احنا بعد
جماعة يا بنفتش.
ترى يا اصور فيديو
حلو.
الكلام كله مسجل. عاوزني ازيع قول زيع مش عاوز مش حزيع قول زيع.
There is one sir.
سلطان تفكيك كان يسمونه سلطان سكروب. لا والله محيي البطن اللي جابك يا شباب.
ازعر
اقول لك الازعر هذا يا اصبر الازعر قبل مني. هذا الباور سبلاي.
This is power supply, guys. Don't anyone wants to see it?
for the cars.
What is it?
هذا كمبيوتر مال السيارة.
Same, not same company. So if you turn side, there's a sticker.
There
You
is
can say, see it.
fine.
See the sticker next side.
ستيكر ستيكر
Sticker, picture.
This one
Okay.
can break.
No. It's a heat sink. It's not a LED. You're talking about LED.
There is something that I saw a video on YouTube once. He puts mercury, I guess. It goes inside, it eats the metal, right?
Very definitely. It hits your human brain. Not brain, sorry, both. So I want to show you something on this.
Can I put it in the glass?
So what is the input? No. Input?
230 volts.
What? AC, DC? AC. So if you see this specification, input 115 or 230. So it can be used in Europe also without any problems. So usually if it is only 230, you can use only in Asia. It cannot be used in Europe. So what is the current rating? 10 amps. 10 amp if it is 115. If it is 230 volts, it is 6 amp. Lesser. Okay, what is amp? The maximum current it can provide. Amp is current. Okay. So the main important thing about this is what is the wattage? What is wattage? Power. It says total output wattage is 450 watt maximum. So yeah, it's good. If you take a hard disk, it may be taking 10. Your CD-ROM may be taking 20 watt. If you calculate 10, 20, 30, right? Maximum you can have is 450. Anything more you want to add, you have to change this box. Understood, guys? So this is first. Second thing, anything comes out here is a
input
output. What?
Oh, this is
AC or DC?
SATA.
I'll explain. DC. Okay. This has various connectors. If you see this, there is a 24-pin connector. This is power for your motherboard. Anything, all the components which are working here are based on this. If you don't connect, your computer is dead. Okay, this is 24-pin power connector. Remember, most of the people they do mistake when I ask this. In the exam we asked it. Okay, if you see this, this is the old hard disk we connect. IDE or PATA hard drive, what I am talking about, parallel ATA or parallel your CD-ROM, we connect with this connector. It's called Molex. MOLEX. Molex connector. You have to remember this, very important. Okay, if you see the red ones, there are plus 5 volt.
That's
5
what?
volt. Plus 5 volt. Black is ground and yellow is I think 12. It will be written here somewhere. You see probably on the chassis back of the cover, right? It will be written. If you want, you can refer that, or maybe sometime it is, yeah, it is written here. Yellow is plus 12 volt.
And sir, this is for the hard disk.
Yes. Why 12 volt you need? We need only 5 volt for real. Motherboard all works 5 and less. Like say 3.3 to 5 volt. But why you need 12?
Better
Anybody?
to put more, maybe.
Sometimes we can lose the extra.
And 1 second, let me tell you.
Maybe we have
Before
more
you
than
go
one
there-
hard drive.
Before you go there, I told you this is used for the old hard disk. What is the difference? Old and the new hard disk. I explained you something it has to rotate. Motor.
The,
Any motor you take, it needs minimum 12 volts to run. If you take your car motors also, they need 12 volt. So this 12 volt is used to drive the motor. Understood? So this is called Molex. Fine. If you see, you can connect to hard disk, one CD-ROM, one hard disk, whatever combination you want. If you go here, if you see this white connector, usually people get confused with this and another connector which is here. Here, this kind of connector, they get confused with it.
these are
Guys,
for
the one which is coming from the power supply,
No.
this connector is for floppy drive. It's called Berg, B-E-R-G,
Floppy, sir?
floppy drive. Berg connector. Okay, floppy drive. Many people have their own advantages, reasons for using. This is SATA power connector, SATA hard disk. Like if you see this is a SATA hard disk. The cable you can see, data cable, SATA hard disk. I'll show you PATA is there. I'll bring and show it to you. If you want to connect the power here, you can see this is a power connector. This is connected to data.
right?
This is data. This is power.
This one.
Yeah, this one.
So it
I'll
gets
explain
it
that.
get the power
If you
from.
see this, it will go in one-sided. The connector here. Yeah, put it here. If you don't connect this will not work. This one, when you have a multiple hard disk, okay, we have to tell which hard disk is first, which hard disk is second. So we put a jumper here. We call it jumper. It will be like this kind of cap. I'll show you it. There will be somewhere here. This kind of cap. There are no jumpers. Yeah, here one of them is there. Okay. This is called jumper. We plug it here.
Same as on the car.
Okay.
What
So
happened now?
it will make it a different configuration. This will tell first drive. The second one don't have jumper, that becomes the second one.
Okay.
So there's various configurations are there which we do it with something called jumper. It does nothing. It shorts this. Even you take a screwdriver and short it, starts functioning like that. Okay? The whole information will be written here or on the back of the hard disk. When you open a hard disk, there will be a sticker over that. They will be providing all the information. Understood, guys?
Yes.
So this is your SATA hard disk. Similarly, you have SATA DVD-ROM drive. Okay, one connector will go for power data, small connector.
And one power.
Big one is for the power, which you can bring in from the power supply and plug it over there. I was telling you that people most of the time they get confused. From here also the white connector is there. There's a white connector here, and if you see here, there is some white connector here also. It looks similar, but they are not same.
For the fan.
This is coming from the CPU fan. It has to go to there is a fan connector on the motherboard. It goes there. This is not a floppy drive. This is the floppy one, Berg connector. Most of the people, when they plug in the power supply, they plug it there, this one. And it will blow off your motherboard.
It's a different color, sir. Also.
Different connector is different. Since there are holes there, just want to plug in. But when the power on, it will blow off the motherboard. Guys, what is happening? Why it blows off the motherboard? The power is going from here to motherboard. There, this connector is taking the power from the motherboard to the fan. Understood, right?
Yeah, so it's giving it more power.
No, you're sending opposite direction current. It will go off. Understood, guys?
Yes.
There is one more connector here, which we call it an auxiliary connector. It's called a small connector, if you see, auxiliary connector. It will plug here. If you see here,
For the headsets?
no, I'll tell you. If you see this we are plugging here, and there is an additional one we are plugging here. Why?
In case this one fails?
No. No. The reason is, fan got a power from here. What about this guy? The one we are going to have a fan here which will throw the heat out. That one needs power, right? That will go again to the motherboard. The motherboard will not have enough power, so they will provide additional power through this. It's called auxiliary power. Understood?
Yes.
Why is the auxiliary cable?
It gives you additional. Yeah.
I get the point, but why is it called as the headset's pin hole, which is the AUX one?
AUX is different. It's auxiliary is for additional component like headphone, mic, and other things. It's not related to power. Okay. Now I'm talking about the power. Okay. So this is you saw. This is just an audio interface which you plug it here. There will be an connectors here. If you see this. Okay. USB. You plug it here, and it will provide you front-end USB connection. You're just bringing this connector here. Nothing more than that. Yeah, USB it is, right? You plug it here.
Okay.
Understood? So, one second, one connector is center. No, this is not the connector. Yeah, I'll show you. Then when you plug in inside. Guys, please, maybe some people may not be able to see. You can see here there is a small speaker.
Yeah, for the beeping sounds.
Yes, this is the one which tells that if there is a memory failure or anything is there, right? It beeps. Yeah, depending upon number of beeps, we identify what is the problem there.
What is the speaker again? Is this one?
Yeah, it's a small one here.
Is this a battery or something?
Which one?
No,
Yes,
no.
yes. Why do you need a battery in?
And then a power circuit.
Why do you need a battery in computer?
For the beeping sound?
Anybody? No.
For the clock.
No. For the clock. Yes.
For the BIOS.
You know, you remove the power all
The beer one.
and again plug it back and on and see your time is going to remain the same.
Is it rechargeable by itself?
You can throw this and you can buy a new one. It has a life. It's not rechargeable. Got it, guys? So this is the CPU fan. Okay, which you can turn and you can open this. Let's see if I can open it and I can show. This is a CPU fan and heat sink. And you can see this, there is a liquid put on this which is dried out. That's the one I was talking about, the thermal component. For what? To transfer the heat from the CPU metal to the heat sink, and the fan will throw this heat out. Understood?
These are capacitors?
These are capacitors. This is called ZIF socket of ZIF, zero insertion force, because we don't need to put any force on the socket to put CPU.
Is it magnetic or
This is a processor. Please touch like this. Don't put down your finger on that. There are chances of blowing. I'll tell you why. You heard of static charge?
Yeah.
The body will have static charge that will blow off the processor. No problem. Use it. So ZIF sockets, and this is CPU processor. You see how small it is. If I really build this,
Does it contain gold?
it may take coating,
Coating.
not real gold.
If you go to the scrap, you get too many PCs, you melt them down, you make them gold?
All the same, it's not possible.
It is
What? That much of effort you don't get used.
What's that?
It's a mixture of metal and gold.
Yeah.
They don't earn anything in that.
What about sand? Even sand, right?
Yes, it's a silicon.
Silicon.
Silicon is an extraction from sand.
تبخر يا اخي تبخر
Processor. Okay. See the heat sink. They already have a heat sink. Other than that, they need that big heat sink.
Can I see that?
Yes.
Okay, let's say how much is this one?
شلة
If it's
شلة والله
damaged?
ينباع.
This model, let's say, for this PC.
سعد ما تعرف السي بي
400 dirhams to 1,200.
أنا واثق وياك.
Depends upon the.
Depends on the
ناشونال جرافيك ها
Yes. It all. It's old.
كبرت
Even
Instead
not even
of buying
لا
a
حبيبي.
CPU, another CPU, just buy
انا
a
بقول لك شو بسوي في هذا
Like it's a
cost
window.
effective. Like when you didn't want to design your computer, you want to have it. Then you have a choice. Nowadays I don't see that much of buying of
شو
maybe
اصلا
some because the new right
سيسكو يا
before
ريال
internet. People
صار
were really
كباير.
buying assemble that is much cheaper. Now computers
احنا يا
are-
ريال دشينا في العلم
But again, what you want?
الحين دخلونا شوي شوي متعودين
Unable to
نعور.
turn this. I told you two notches.
Okay.
Okay, match with this. Where are these two notches here?
No, ما في شيء.
It is there.
Where?
It cannot be like that. Okay, see here. You can see this notch here. That's here.
Okay.
Turn this.
زي ما بلغ الشيخ.
كبير.
And put back.
So it just needs to touch.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't need to press
Just a contact. Yes. It's just a contact. Okay, guys. No steam.
رام
RAM.
في معلومة.
These are the
Shoe
chips,
malum.
yeah?
Hold it.
So is it single or
If you
dual?
have that yellow strap, right, which is there, you can hold it as you go. Guys, this is the whole board is called module. When always people are confused with module and the RAM.
Sir,
The chips are RAM.
you didn't tell us about this one. Sir.
That's a component.
Okay.
It's a small
Okay, so
component.
this
It
is
can be
2
a
GB
chip.
RAM
It can be an
Each?
resistor. It can be.
This is 2 GB RAM each?
This one is 2 GB RAM.
2
Yes.
GB RAM. Okay.
And
How many
each-
sockets are in there for the RAM?
Each chip, two sockets.
can.
Each chip is DDR. Okay. DDR type of RAM. Each chip is, and this is, one second. This is UDIM, DIM module, DIM, dual inline memory module, DIM. We call it DIM,
Two sides.
and this chip is DDR. DDR3 it is. It is written if you want to see it, and this whole thing can give only 2 GB. And this is both side dual. That's why it's called DIM.
Okay, can you put like 8 4x4?
Yeah.
Can it
Actually, it's
depends on the
always
motherboard.
advised to have same capacity, same type of RAM.
Yeah, I know. Like this is 2x2, right?
Yeah,
Can
I
you put
can put 4x4.
4x4?
Yes.
What about 8x8?
If it is there, yes. But
Okay.
the operating system
But
should
هذا شو
support.
Should
If you
the
put
motherboard
XP,
depend?
if you put XP, it will support only 4G.
It doesn't matter what any motherboard will handle.
No. If your motherboard has to support DDR3.
If it support this
DDR3?
this type, I can
Yeah.
put as much
Yes.
RAM I want. But I should again change the CPU to architecture.
No. If you go to the motherboard and check, motherboard will say it supports DDR3. So you buy DDR3 and no problem. Understood, guys? The chip is called DDR, and this whole thing is called module.
You told us about the controller, sir. Control chip. No, on the RAM, sir.
On the RAM, it will be on the here, on the board, because this goes and plugs in here. The cable goes and goes to the chipset, and chipset will connect to the processor. So it won't come here. If it comes here, it will become expensive,
Oh, okay.
and it will become more dependent. Now this RAM, I can use it on any motherboard which supports DDR3. Otherwise, if that comes up, right, I have to use only on this motherboard. Understood, guys? Yes. So, guys,
Sir, what this?
I'll explain. If you see this, the slot, it's not same equal.
Yes.
The reason is when you want to put it in opposite direction here, it will not go.
Yes.
Getting it? It cannot lock. Okay, guys, come closer, please. So you have to put it in one direction. Press it. It makes a click noise. You put it in one direction. You put it in one direction. Anyone wants to try? They can try it. Just press it. It will make a click noise. Clear? Guys, this is also a heat sink for a chipset. One of the IC which is supporting, I told you, which talks to the CPU. Yeah. If you see this, there's a blue. There is a 2 white slots. It's called PCI slots. If you read it here, it will be written here somewhere. PCIe X16. This is a fast bus. These are the slower ones.
What about the black slot, sir? This one.
This is also again a PCI slot for X1. If you see PCIe X1, this is faster, this is slower.
What do they
Again,
do?
this is used for video and gaming.
Which one is slower, the black one or the white one?
White one are the slowers. White one, bigger ones are there, it will be fast. These are smaller ones, they are slow. They are called PCI, Peripheral Component Interface. So this usually used for the graphic adapters. That's why if it's gaming goal, see this adapter is a slower adapter. That's why they put it on. This is PCIe or PCIX? 1 second, let me look at it. Yeah, no, this is faster adapter. If you see this, it takes a video. You can see. Just insert it. It's plugged. Yeah, you have to press here, remove it. If you see this, the CPU, GPU will be here, below this. Graphic processor, processing unit. It will be below this. RAM also will be there on this. There will be RAM, there will be processor.
This is expensive.
This is not expensive.
It depends.
Average. It's very, yeah, you can have anything above expensive one, but this is not expensive for right now. Okay, you have all data cable. Yeah, yeah. Again, RAM will be based on that. Guys, This is for PATA hard disk. If you see the big connector black one for the PATA hard disk, that is IDE or PATA. This is for the floppy. Okay, small one. Okay. Somebody was asking this. This is one of the component of electronic. We call it inductor. I don't want to get into details, but it's called inductor. Okay. This is called capacitor. I told you right in the RAM. Not here. It is used for some other purpose. It stores charge and discharges. The capacitor does that. Okay. And what else? If you see here, this is the VGA. This is a DVI. Both are used for the video. This is the VGA. This is the DVI. When you plug an external adapter, this will automatically get disabled on motherboard. This will not operate. Understood? This is for old printers, which we are not using anymore. USB. These are two are USB. This is network, speaker, mic, not mouse. Headphone. Okay. Then you have this keyboard and mouse. This is called PS2 DIN connector, DIN. Okay. What else to explain in this? Okay. This is your hard drive. This is your hard drive, SATA hard drive. But what type of hard drive? It's a mechanical hard drive, not SSD, which has a motor.
That's what it needs.
If you see this, this is a hard drive. You can see this. This is the motor on a hard drive. Understood, guys?
Yes.
Remove this part.
Guys, now I have not put a heat sink. If I power on, this will blow.
Because there's no.
You cannot even touch like this. It will burn your hand.
Because you need
Yeah.
to plug in the fan in front.
Yes. So when you're doing this lab on this computer, don't power on, because most of them are be used for learning, right? They won't have plugged the fan. Understood, guys? So there are a lot of connectors here. There are a lot of connectors here. If you see small, these are nothing but to bring USB in the front. You can have a connector cable run and put it over there. Like if you want to have lights glowing here when you power on, those connections are here. Okay, it's just an indicator.